expected a physical battle. That's what they hang their hat on. Toughness, defense, rebounding, and certainly lived up to that. That first half was a grind, 21-20. When we did get a good look, we couldn't knock it down. When we did get to the free throw line, we couldn't make any. I talk about shooting being contagious a lot of times, but it also is contagious in a negative way as well. And it just seemed like the lid was on the basket and we couldn't put the ball through the hole. But we kept our defensive intensity throughout the first half. And then second half, we just talked about, we felt like our best offense was going to be getting stops and running, and getting the ball up the floor and scoring before they could get their defense set. We had that run to start the half and got a little momentum, and then they wouldn't go away, came back, and then we got another one there at the end that became insurmountable.
What was your thoughts on Delvin's first three, the one that hit the iron, kind of hung and then went
It felt
through?
like it hung forever, and believe it or not, I'm like, it's going to go in. I mean, you know, we all have shot those, or some of us have shot those, and they go up and they come right back down, and I felt like it was going to go in, but I don't want them to always have that sort of trajectory.
Can you talk a little bit about the lift that shot gave you guys?
That was a
You
big
were
basket.
struggling.
We were down. We
Yeah.
were down, what, two?
Down two.
Down two, and they had retaken the lead, and that was a big basket. You know, we don't make that basket, and they come down and score, and that becomes a tough time for us. So he was huge tonight. You know, we talk about the 2 threes he made, but more importantly, just you guys would know more than me. He either took 4 or 5 charges, and took 4, tried to take 5, and got blocked, which I'm sure it was a block, but he stuck his nose in there for a 5th time, and he's been leading us in charges and taking all year long. And certainly it's going to be something that we show the guys in video. Those are all the things that coaches search for and love for, those intangibles of guys that are willing to stick their nose in there and take one for the team, and hopefully that'll be something that other guys will try to join in that as well.
Yeah. On a night when you're struggling offensively and not a lot of things working for you, that's would you agree or disagree that that's the kind of grinding kind of play you need to pull out a win?
No question, those are game changers. You know, they're like dunks. You know, charges are like dunks. It energizes the bench, it energizes the crowd. It usually dictates a shift in momentum. And he was the best player for us in terms of doing the things that we ask players to do besides, you know, the making the baskets, etc.
You guys are now 5-0, I believe, following the loss. How were you guys able to put a loss behind and try to refocus? How do you guys do that?
You know, I said this earlier in the year. I've got to do a better job of having a mindset of coaching every day like we lost our last game. Because obviously we're pretty good coming off a loss. I don't want to, you know, if we get to the point at the end of the year where we're continuing to talk about that, that means we're losing a lot of games because we have that record after losses. But I just think it allows everybody to refocus a little bit, and it certainly gets their attention. You know, I don't really have an answer for it other than, you know, we move on from it. We got to put it to bed. I've said this many times. You can't let. We couldn't allow Toledo to beat us twice. You know, like earlier we talked about, we couldn't allow Dayton to beat us twice, and we just got to move on from it.
Was it encouraging the way that they came out in the second half after sort of a sluggish first half?
Yeah, you know, we've done that a few times this year. We've had a number of games where we were down at half. Ball State, not too long ago, we were down 4, I think. And we usually have come out and played well in the second half, which is a great sign. It ain't about adjustments. It's just about those guys staying the course and just understanding it's a long game, a 40-minute game, and trying to win every possession. And I like that character that this team has shown thus far.
Will you talk a little bit about the rebounding? That's a really good rebounding team, and you ended up beating them by 1, got 10 offensive boards.
Yeah, the 3 areas we talked about the most were the get back, which is, you know, after we miss and they secure the rebound, don't mess with the outlet, which we did too many times. We want to spring back and get our defense set. People talk about Northern being a slower offensive team, but I don't know the team from past, but they're not slow when they get a made shot or a missed shot. They're trying to get it up to the floor and score. So we were concerned about that, and we were just okay in it. They laid the ball. We made a couple baskets, and they laid the ball in the other end. And then the other 2 things were the free throw line. They're like 3rd in the country of percentage of points that they make per game from the line. They make like 27% of their points come from the line, so they're 3rd in the country. So we wanted to try to win the free throw battle and then the rebounding battle. And like you said, we neutralized them at the free throw, or excuse me, on the boards, and then free throw wise, you know, they had 14, we had 13. So those were the three areas that we talked about most in the game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.